A slow start by the Saskatchewan Rush in the season opener proved too big a mountain to climb. The Rush spotted Halifax an early 4-0 lead, and despite a strong game from Zach Mans and Robert Church, the Rush came up short in the season opener. The Rochester Knighthawks, they found more success in Game 1 of the new season. Connor Fields and Ryan Smith, they were firing on all cylinders in a big win versus the Calgary Roughnecks. Game 2 for both teams is tonight. It's the Rochester Knighthawks and the Saskatchewan Rush, and it's coming up next. Live from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan on Co-op Field at SaskTel Center. It's Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Sabine Ahmad with you this evening. Home opener for the Saskatchewan Rush, their second game of the season. So is the fact for the Rochester Knighthawks, who come into this with a perfect 1-0 record. John, they're coming off of a win over Calgary. Didn't start pretty for them, but they found their offense a little bit later on.
Certainly did. Big performances to open up the season by both Connor Fields and Ryan Smith. As we take a look here at their last game, Fields and Smith having themselves one heck of a game. Smith 3-3 for 6. Connor Fields 4 goals, 2 assists, whole bunch of shots as well. The Rochester offense runs through those two guys, and we'll expect to do much the same tonight here in Saskatoon.
And they beat a very good Calgary team. Those two teams both expect themselves to be in the playoffs in the March to May. That's going to be two teams to keep an eye on. But for Saskatchewan, they got a tough task. You go to the nest in Halifax, and Halifax, well, they were the ones that got out to a hot start against the Saskatchewan Rush.
Well, Saskatchewan now going from a veteran team to such a young team like they are this year, you're going to expect them to take lumps, and you're going to be wanting to see how they bounce back. Of course, in his debut, a very big performance by Zach Mans, coming out 6 points as well in that one for the Saskatchewan Rush against Halifax. That's a way to make your debut with your new team. Way to make an impression. 3 goals, 3 assists, leading the new faces here on the Saskatchewan Rush. You know, Cody, I don't think I've ever seen as much turnover on a Rush team ever since they got here to Saskatchewan. So this should be fun. They're going to be entertaining to watch.
Well, a lot of new faces, and it wasn't all bad, though. There was some good in the game in Halifax.
There was some good, Cody. The Rush scoring the final 5 goals.
Ever since. In 2022, he was posted to 440 Squadron in Yellowknife earlier this summer, sent to Alert, the most northern settlement in Canada, just 817 kilometers south of the North Pole. David has since transferred to the Joint Task Force North in Yellowknife, where they supported Operation Lentis during the forest fires and evacuation this summer. He's excited to be back in Saskatoon for the season opener to watch the Rush live. Ladies and gentlemen, your Richardson Pioneer local hero of the game, David Browley.
Tanse, Nanaskamin. My name is Mark Arkan. I'm the Tribal Chief of the Saskatoon Tribal Council. We want to welcome you all to Treaty 6 territory. We share these lands with the Dakota people, the Saulteaux people, the Dene people, the Cree people, the Métis people, and the non-Indigenous people. We want to welcome everybody to the lands that we all share together under treaty. This is a time, in the spirit of reconciliation, that we all must work together. Go, Rush, go!
Please welcome to the field our flag teams for tonight, Saulteaux High School and the Regina Kings. We now ask everyone to please rise, remove any non-traditional headwear, and welcome Stephanie Lukowski to perform tonight's national anthems.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Anthems are in the books. Saskatchewan, Rochester. What a matchup on Co-op Field at Saskatchewan Center. Good evening. It's Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Sabine Ahmad with you from Treaty 6 territory. And in the first game in Saskatchewan of the 2023-2024 season, the starting goaltender battle, it's an interesting one that has a lot of different storylines, and not for the reason the goaltenders would love, but we get to see who has a bounce-back performance between the pipes. For Rochester, they did pick up a win in their first one, but Rylan Hartley, not the greatest start for the Orangeville product as he allowed 8 goals on 14 shots. .430 save percentage to start the season. Goals against average around 29 as Riley Hutchcraft was the man who finished it. It actually looks like Hutchcraft is going to be the starter. So looks like we got a little bit of a change here potentially on the fly across the floor. Frank Chiliano will be the man between the pipes for the Saskatchewan Rush. Chiliano got the hook in quarter number 1 against Halifax, allowed 9 goals in 26 minutes and 8 seconds of action. .750 save percentage for Chiliano. And now we get a look here at Riley Hutchcraft. So the game sheet that we saw had Rylan Hartley circled as the starter. Curveball by Mike Hazen to get things underway on the road. Riley Hutchcraft to be the goaltender. An .850 save percentage. Did pick up the win against Calgary, so we'll see.
Yeah, playing 43 minutes, the majority of that game against Calgary after the rough stop by Hartley. But I can definitely tell you, Cody, an absolute shocker that they made that change late.
Ref is ready, ball is down, and we are underway at Saskatchewan Center on the brand new Co-op Field. Isaac Enju, loose ball off the face-off, ends up throwing it away as Brad Gillies is there with the cause turnover. Ogilvie up the middle, Holden Garland will step up, and Rochester getting the first offensive look. Mike Messenger, tough defense, keeps the ball on the turf, and Saskatchewan will head back north. Ryan Barnable scored the goal of the season. I called it already. I think that there's nothing coming close to that, as Walter's pass won't be over and back, though, as Gillies was up, and this one's going to get turned over, though. Here's O'Connor, 2-on-1, backdoor feed shot goes over the net.
Not the start that Clark Walter wanted. Held pointless in the first game against Halifax. Comes up with a turnover there early on.
Boudreau up for Walter through the D-man, and Hutchcraft makes the save.
As they say in Dumb and Dumber, that's a way to go out and totally redeem yourself, Clark Walter.
Using your feet to draw an opportunity. That's what offensive coach Bruce Alexander wants to see from his rush offense. Now it's the big man, Ryan Smith. All 6'2" of them got around Barnable. Couple of Whitby kids play. That's out in front. Chiliano rocking some new gear. Dangerous look is Rochester, a team that put up 14 in their last game on Christian Del Bianco and the Calgary Roughnecks.
So that means Chiliano is going to have to be sharp to start this one. As you mentioned, Cody looking for a bit of a bounce back. Bit disappointing, bit off his usual form to start things off in Halifax.
Walter up for Robert Church, coming off a 51-goal campaign last year. Patrick Dotz, acquired from Panther City in the offseason, finds Church on the roll. Hutchcraft makes the save, and Triolo has the loose ball in the corner. Shot clock gets reset. Robert Church will settle it up top. 3 righties on the floor. Church had a hat trick against Halifax. Dots, Walter, shot got soaked by Gilroy. That'll leave a mark, but he wants to run the other way. Matt Gilroy, 2 goals against Calgary. In transition here, pulls back, pass across, and the shot just goes wide by McConvey.
Best look of the night so far for the Knighthawks, as the Rush were a little slow getting on the floor.
Wide open look there for Connor Fields. Let one rip. Chiliano makes the save. Fields has it back in the Rush zone. Up top for Smith. Late forward is Evans. Fields here, single leg sleeve again for Connor Fields. Fake shot, finds Smith. Defended by Smith, pass in front. And ball is up on the ground. Fields back up top at the key, and Chiliano makes the save. Bobbled the rebound for a second.
Kyle Walters starting up on that play with a big hit on the defender in front, forcing the loose ball, and giving the Knighthawks a second opportunity. They've looked strong early on here, Cody.
Patrick Dotz down for Zach Mans. Mans now on the roll, just goes over the net. Back for Dotz again on the loose ball. No reset, only 10 on the shot clock here. Zach Mans back to the middle, zips it over for Kazevnikov. Whiffed on the pass, and it's scooped up by Reese.
Rush looking a little disjointed, but again, that's what you can expect. This Knighthawks team came in, they've only got 4 new players from last year, while the Rush roster is almost completely redone, Cody. It's going to take them some time to build some chemistry, and that's what we're seeing early on here.
There you got a first look of Ryan Lanchbury in a Rochester Knighthawks uniform, acquired in the week for a couple of first-round picks from Georgia. Evans now wanted to pump it back, and he got tossed to the turf. Still has the ball, though, in the middle. A little twister, got blocked by Mike Mallory. Off IR this week, and Mike Mallory making his impact felt with a shot block on Ryan Smith.
And that's exactly what Mallory's going to bring to this Rush back end. He's got a little bit of experience. They're a fairly young group. He's got some experience and some toughness back there, Cody.
Church for Mans. Mans high to low, scores! His 4th of the season. Zach Mans draws first blood on Co-op Field.
Now that is a way to continue to make an impression. Zach Mans, Saskatchewan, you might have a new favorite player. Going to see a whole bunch of number 2 jerseys here. His 4th of this young season. He's been buzzing around to start. Robert Church starts it off, finds him up front, and just a big shot from Mans there as he got his first real open look. The defender a little bit late getting out to him, so he had time to go to the bottom corner there on Hartley. Pardon me, Hunchcraft. I'm still confused by the late minute goalie shift.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Goal number 49 in the career of Zach Mans in the National Lacrosse League. Picked up in the Mark Matthews trade with Toronto this summer. Making his mark felt. Connor Fields now, the Joe Post face-off whip. Finds Waters. Big right side for Rochester. Cuts down low, save by Chiliano.
Chiliano's had to be sharp. A couple wide open looks by guys like Fields and Waters already early in this one. He's had the bounce back start I think that he was hoping to have, Cody.
4 for 4 to start the game for Chiliano. Here's Robert Church. Wanted to shoot, didn't love the lane. Feedback for Fields. Caught a turf monster. Keenan's on the back check now, and Rochester won't run it up in transition as Tyler Halls peels back. Scratches in this one. No Stephen Keogh, no Dan Lomas. Back in transition, they'll let Tyler Halls take the shot, but Frank Chiliano holds his ground.
Take a look, watch for guys maybe slipping on this brand new turf here in Saskatoon. It's brand new, it's very bright, but just these guys got to be careful to not slip around on the new stuff.
Clark Walter, couple of looks as Keenan up top now. Walter on the roll, trying to go exactly where man scored earlier in the quarter. Down for Triolo, 5 on the shot clock. One-on-one, Triolo spins low, double team comes, fadeaway shot on goal, and a great save by Hutchcraft.
That's just Triolo using all of his 6'8" frame. He's a big man, and he's going to be hard to stop on that side for the Rush.
Holden Garland might have got a stick on Rylan Reese there as he got underneath, popped it free. Reese, the West Coast play, family in attendance here at Saskatoon Center this evening. Jared Smith causes the turnover. Mike Messenger has the loose ball. Messenger thought about running for a second.
Looked like Enju was wide open right beside the net there for a second, Cody. He had an open look.
Enju with 2 last game. Now it's Zach Mans. Mans a one-on-one with Gill. He zips it up top for Robert Church. Church now far side off the defender. Rebound by Messenger. And that goes straight out of play. 8:43 left to go. Quarter number 1. The Saskatchewan Rush get a goal from Zach Mans. They draw first blood here on Co-op Field at Saskatoon Center. Saskatchewan, the new look Rush have a 1-0 lead on Rochester. Let's go down to the third member of our broadcast team, Sabina Bond, standing between the benches.
That's right, Cody. You mentioned the new look that we already have here for the Rush, but we have new faces on the team. We have a number of key arrivals that have made their appearance for the Rush already in Halifax and here tonight in Saskatoon. Of course, we have Zach Mans, who's arrived. We've got Patrick Dodds and Triolo, who've arrived as well, but we also have Frank Chiliano, who is also arriving. So he's taking, joining Lane in goaltending. So we have a number of them, but we also have some key departures for the team. That's also Mark Matthews. We have a number of veterans who have left. Dan Littner, we have Paulus, Dinsdale, who've also left. So a new look to the team, not only in brand, but also in team, and it's interesting to see how they're gelling on the turf tonight.
Thanks, Sabine. Safe to say, I've been with this team a long time. By far the most turnover I've ever seen since they moved to Saskatoon.
Rochester, 7 shots on goal. Nothing on the board just yet. Drive towards the net. Chiliano makes the save on Ryan Smith. Jake Boudreau blazing up the floor. His sophomore season in the National League. Help comes in the form of Clark Walter. 8:12 to go, quarter number 1. Brian Keenan. 3 righties on the floor. Walter scans, surveys. Triolo keeps it hot for Dodds. The Victoria Shamrock summer baller. Back for Walter. To the middle. Cuts on his backhand. Twister got blocked by Dan Coates. And it's the captain putting his body on the line.
Just another example, Cody. You can kind of see the Rush, although you practice together, kind of a little disjointed, not knowing exactly where everybody is. That's what we're going to see a lot early in this season with this young new team compared to this Knighthawks team that's got tons of chemistry.
Little pullback by Kyle Waters, defended by Adam J. The second part of the Mark Matthews tree. That's Zach Mans and Adam J. switch to green. Up top for Lanchbury. Almost threw his stick at Isaac Enju on the wild backhand. Put it on goal. Chiliano makes a save.
The Latchbury trade, couple first-round picks going from Rochester to Georgia. The ultimate sign this Knighthawks team is all in this year.
Kazemnikov on the roll, scores! His His first in a Rush jersey, Nathaniel Kazevnikov, 2-0 Saskatchewan.
Bit of a broken play for Rochester, caught him in transition, and then Kazevnikov comes on flying, finds the loose ball, and just gets it away quickly before Hutchcraft can really get set. And you mentioned his first time to celebrate Saskatchewan. You can see nobody really taking him. The entire Rochester defense backing up, gives him a moment to get some free space for a shot. Rochester hadn't been giving them a ton of time to get real clean looks, and there's one for the new member of the Rush.
Mama Kaz in attendance, and Nathaniel Kazevnikov, third career National Lacrosse League goal as Saskatchewan gets called on the count. But the Rush are up by 2, a drastic difference to their start in Halifax.
You can see they got their legs under them tonight, Cody, compared to last week.
Here's Smith, cuts down low. McClellan now trying to push him back, ends up behind the X. Pass up top, foot race now. Jake Boudreau's blazing there, got a piece of it. They won't call it over and back as Boudreau actually touched it. Rochester didn't think so, and so it looked like no one wanted to touch the hot potato for a while, but the Rush recover.
Rush back on offense here, but again, right now, Ryan Smith, that big guy, causing some issues for the Rush matchup-wise down low.
Robert Church, 5-hole attempt. Hutchcraft, quick look behind him. It's in the wickets.
He tries to go betwixt the pantaloons and shuts the door on that one. Hutchcraft looking as advertised. Even though he's given up the first 2, he's come out strong in this one early.
Connor Fields, 4 goals against Calgary, leaves it for Lanchbury. A little drive on Barnable to the net, runs into Shiliano. Save was made, and I believe it's going to be a holding call on Ryan Barnable here.
Yeah, Lanchbury was driving towards the net. Not a terrible penalty to take here if you're Barnable. Getting in, he was looking at a grade A opportunity, kind of had Shiliano guessing here. His local guy, Marcus Fisher.
2 minutes, holding.
The fans don't like that. Booing one of their own here, Marcus Fisher, one of our officials from right here in Saskatchewan, but not a bad penalty to take. Lockbury had a wide open look and had Shiliano moving. If you take away a scoring chance, you got to do it.
Nighthawks power play goes to work. Connor Fields is up top. They're 25% against Calgary. Ball got ripped out the logo of Frank Shiliano, and it's going to bounce into the Saskatchewan Rush bench.
To me, this is going to be a key matchup here, Cody, because you've got the Rush penalty kill, 6 of 7 against that dangerous Halifax team against a 1-for-4 power play from Rochester.
Fields got it back up top. Dropped it for a second. Messenger's going to push him back to the logo. All over him. Messenger lost his stick, though. Smith, backdoor feed for Evans. 10 on the shot clock. Essentially a 5-on-3 now. Save made by Shiliano. McClellan looked like he avoided the crease. Ref has a closer angle than us, and it'll be a fresh 30 for the Nighthawks.
Well, that Mike Messenger should have been sprinting to get his stick. At that moment, he wasn't doing it. I wonder if it's broken and he can't pick it back up.
Connor Fields up top again. It's on the back pedal. Expect the seal to come from McConvey. Fields now a little step down, 5-hole attempt. Shiliano says no. Evans on the rebound, backdoor feed. Shiliano is dancing, and the ball ends up over the net.
It looks like Messenger was able to get off, got a replacement on, so we've got 4 guys with sticks now. Rochester adjusting on the fly to it.
Great looks by the Nighthawks on this power play already. Connor Fields fake behind the back, fires and scores! Connor Fields gets Rochester on the board on the power play, and it's 2-1.
You're not going to shut Connor Fields down. You can just hope to contain him. He's had several good looks early on this one. This one probably the best of him. Has time, fakes the behind the back pass, and then goes down low on Shiliano. Gave him a bit of time. He didn't get pressured. I liked Messenger earlier in that penalty kill, coming out, pressuring Fields, because if you're not going to do it, this is the kind of things he's going to do. Fakes the behind the back, goes low to high on Shiliano, and Rochester were there first of the night, nearing the dying moments of the first quarter.
5th of the season for Connor Fields, the New York product. Triolo steps in against Post, and Post makes a meatball of the face-off. Ended up winning it, but couldn't grab the loose ball. That's where you see Mike Triolo's value also come into play. Messenger, after a long penalty kill, can take the one off. Triolo hit Church with a pass. The issue, it was literally not in his stick, though. Rochester back the other way. Fields is up top. McConvey going backdoor. Fields lets it fly. And that one's going to end up off the back. Head coach Jimmy Quinlan on the Saskatchewan Rush bench. Connor Fields has Rochester on the board, but the Rush lead 2-1 in Saskatoon.
This fall, the National Lacrosse League made a number of new structural format changes, most notably the unified standings, which basically means no more East versus West. Every team will play one another at least once this season. A very historical change for the league.
I absolutely love it, Cody, because it means we get to see a bigger variety of teams as the season goes on. We don't got to worry about crossovers. It's simple for the fans. We get to see some of the NLL's best players. I love the move.
It means that the March to May matters that much more
absolutely.
For so many teams.
Yeah, no longer you're going to be able to eat to the bottom of your division. You're going to have to go out. Every game is going to be extremely meaningful this season, and it just adds that extra little bit of spice to every regular season contest.
Back underway on Co-op Field, Patrick Dotz. Up top for Ryan Keenan, named captain this summer. The son of General Manager Derek Keenan. Finds Zach Mans, slings it over to Church. Keenan has a stick knocked out of his hand by Gilray. Reese battling for a loose ball. Mans in there as well. Rochester comes out with him. They'll set up on the far side of the floor here. McConvey. Little peel back as Ryan Smith up top. 3 goals, 3 assists against Calgary. Inside feed for McConvey. Misses a messenger. Rips it for Jared Smith. Smith's got a 3-on-2. Far side shot. Save, main rebound. Garland, and he steps in the crease.
Just about had a grade A opportunity there. Garland couldn't quite get away from the crease as his momentum took him in, but nice counterattack there by the Rush. Not so, we didn't see a lot of speed out of them in transition against Halifax. That's definitely changed tonight.
Hayes at far side of the floor, defended by Barnable, has Ryan Smith up top for Connor Fields. One hand on his stick, over to Evans, little twist there, ends up behind the cage. Mallory, another loose ball for him. Off the IR, he's playing big minutes. Jake Boudreau up the floor, 4-on-2. Church, backdoor to Barnable, and he misses on the quick stick.
Again, just a little off at times here on offense. That's a play that probably some of his old teammates definitely make, but Robert Church trying to break in the new guys here with his tendencies.
Pass got deflected by Jared Smith. Ground for Turner Evans. Finds Connor Fields. Lone goal scorer for Rochester so far. Across the floor, Lanchbury fires and scores. Welcome to Rochester. Ryan Lanchbury has his first as a Nighthawk.
Lanchbury, exactly why they went and picked him up. Rochester, a team with tons of scoring talent, and they decide, you know what, let's give up some future and go and get even more depth. How are you going to be able to shut down all those guys on the floor? So Lanchbury just kind of sneaks in up near the restraining line, gets an open look. Church stuck out on defense. That's a big part of it there. Robert Church, noted goal scorer, not exactly noted defenseman. He takes advantage of that and buries one and ties this one up, Cody.
Off the draw, McClellan got dumped behind the play. He's not happy about something, but Bobby Kidd III just climbed a ladder. Picked off a pass. He was listed as questionable coming into it.
With a Super Mario jump like that, I think he's feeling healthy, Cody.
Zach Vance up for Dotz. Quick shot off the bench. Toe saved by Hutchcraft.
Love that look. Rush got lots of traffic into the middle. Dodds had a good screen, a double screen in front of the goaltender. Just couldn't quite put it behind him.
Rochester pushing the pace here. Lanchbury. Latest in the game, cuts to the crease. Chiliano makes the save, and he's got to peel back to make sure it doesn't cross the goal line.
Always those dangerous ones as the ball's spinning, twirling. You're not quite sure where it is, heading towards the net, but Chiliano, some veteran poise there to keep it out.
Ryan Keenan now, pick got set by Barnable. He'll stay in play on offense. And soon gets it, former Whitby Warrior. Barnable drive. Little peel back, Keenan's got room. Far side, Hutchcraft punches it away with the right hand. Now Kazevnikov lost the ball. Triolo was in there as well. And it'll be Tyler Halls who comes out of the mix.
A lot of size on those couple of righties there for Saskatchewan on that near side, Cody. Had size on the brain. Watch those two big boys go to work.
18 on the shot clock. Smith is the fifth forward. Fake shot runs into Mike Messenger. Ball intended for McConvey off the wall. Defended well by McClelland, and Jarrett Smith is there to scoop it up. 30 seconds left to go. Quarter number one. About a 2-second differential. Shot clock, game clock. Church now. Double deep. Stays on his feet. Pass across for Garland. He lost it. Rochester has the ball, and they're not going to use a timeout by the looks of it. Coates in transition. Takes the shot. It's off the post. Ball bouncing the other way. Jake Boudreau's going to get it. 5 seconds of the quarter. Boudreau scores! Pound your chest, Saskatchewan! Jake Boudreau gives the Rush a 3-2 lead.
Thomas Whitty was back on defense there for Rochester. He has his sole focus on Patrick Dodds. He didn't even think to jump out and cover Boudreau. Great decoy move here. You can see as Boudreau, one of the fastest guys on the team, Whitty is over there. Pardon me, that wasn't him. That was Tyler Halls, over distracted by the looming threat of Patrick Dodds, and doesn't jump over in time to get to Boudreau, who's flying down the floor and puts it behind Hutchcraft, and the Rush will take the lead after one.
7th career National Lacrosse League goal for Jake Boudreau. Finds the back of the net, gives the Rush the lead. They're up 3-2 after 15 minutes of play. Mans and Kazevnikov with the others. Jake Boudreau has the latest. We're back after the break in Saskatoon.
Welcome back. Well, currently the Rush lead the Knighthawks 3-2, but last week the Knighthawks took the win against Calgary, where Ryan Smith and Connor Fields both picked up 6 points with their performance, and Connor Fields took the game-winning goal. Cody, John?
Connor Fields with one of the goals to start off things in the first quarter. First quarter started with the Rush. Zach Mans, the first goal there. Kazevnikov with the second before the Knighthawks decided, hey, let's tie this game up. That was the aforementioned Mr. Fields and the newly acquired Mr. Ryan Latchbury from Georgia coming up with a couple goals there. And then Jake Boudreau on a bit of a broken play right near the end of the first quarter. We thought that Rochester was going to take a timeout. Unprepared for that timeout was Jake Boudreau. He saw it coming, caught him napping, and that's how we got 3-2 after the first 15 minutes. Cody.
Rochester going right to left on your TV screen. Road white jerseys, army green arms. Rush in their new green threats. A nice green, black shoulders, white trip. Smith up top, little down low feed for Waters, and it ends up on the carpet.
Yeah, still a little surprised, Cody, that Rochester, they had an opportunity to take time out right near the end of that first quarter. Instead, led to the great transition goal there by the young Jake Boudreau here.
Robert Church held quiet in the opening 15 of play. Triolo sets the pick, zips one over to Ryan Keenan. Keenan will drive right through the air, save made by Hutchcraft. And now we're going to get a little bit of physical stuff as Keenan looked to be pushed in by Ryland Reese. But we'll let the rest make that decision. Now Triolo's got a hold of someone. All 6'8" of Mike Triolo, and there's behind the play. Might be Mallory also is mixed in. So these two teams, hey, since 2016, they've met 11 times. This is a rivalry.
Yeah, two teams that don't like each other. As you watch Keenan drive towards, he gets pushed in by Ryland Reese. He definitely, the arm was coming up of the officials, knowing he was getting pushed in. So no foul on Keenan. We're just going to wait the call here at SaskTel Center.
2 minutes, check from behind.
Yes, 2 minutes for the check from behind, the push from behind. Nothing extra coming out of that, which, much to the chagrin of fans here in Saskatoon that like themselves a little mild bit of violence here after a few plays.
Rush scored 3 on the power play in Halifax on 7 attempts. It's their first one of the game. A lefty strong look. Ryan Keenan's up top. Zach Mans and Clark Walter on the right. Feed for Church. Back to Keenan. Down for Church inside. Trying to go short side on Hutchcraft. Seals off the near pipe. Reset comes. Zach Mans with the ball. Keenan now. Quick shot. Got soaked by the defender. Rochester's defense is really wearing them in this one.
Yeah, that's Mitch Ogilvie from Peterborough taking one off the shins.
Patrick Dodds now trying to go short side on Hutchcraft. Ball's behind the net. Clark Walter wins the loose ball race. Robert Church will slow it down. They got the reset. Now you got to call another play. Do you go to one you've already used on your first 2 possessions, or do you have something else in the bank? Here's Robert Church inside, scores. Bobby's back. He's got his first in the building, and the Rush lead by 2.
Just as though you knew it was coming, Cody. A new play run by the Rush on that power play that saw Robert Church, he of 51 goals last season, a hat trick out in Halifax last week. Running a bit of a different look there, allowing Church to get sprung open. He drives towards the goal. As you see the cross-floor pass coming, Church, he took advantage of the fact that Ogilvie was still shaken up after wearing that one shot he blocked right in the shin. He wasn't able to get over to Church on time. Church open, Church with an open look. Probably gonna score a goal, and that's what he does there.
Both teams 1 for 1 on the power play so far. Saskatchewan up by 2 on the brand new Co-op field here at SaskTel Center. Face-off win as Mike Triolo now sets up. Little spin move towards that. Hutchcraft steps over to his left and calmly makes the kick save. Reese is back up the floor, got the feet in the middle, and then he's knocked off the ball by Boudreau, but everyone overran it. Kazevnikov back on defense. Settles it down, and here's Boudreau. Over the logo, Ryan Keenan's off the bench. Kazevnikov will stay out for an extended shift. Patrick Dodds is the 5th forward on the floor. Here's Robert Church. Down low, not a lot of help. Brought over to Dodds, wrong side of the road for him. Caught it on an awkward angle, and he hit Hutchcraft in the chest.
Still got a decent shot off, though.
Knighthawks back the other way. It's O'Connor to score. Ethan O'Connor goes 5-hole, and Rochester gets one back.
Goes 5-hole and takes the punishment to make the play. The Milton, Ontario native Ethan O'Connor, he gets the shot away, and then he meets up with big, mean Mike Messenger. Rochester didn't really run it in transition in the first quarter, changing it up here for the second one. And exactly as O'Connor lets that one go and gets it behind Chiliano, then he gets to meet up with Mike Messenger. But hey, anybody will tell you, they'll take a hit like that to score a goal in the National Lacrosse League. And there it is, Ethan O'Connor, his first of the year.
9th season in the National Lacrosse League for Ethan O'Connor. Goal number 22 for the defensive specialist.
Didn't look any of the part there. That was a great shot betwixt the legs of Chiliano.
Jake Boudreau now has to watch his back, and now he moves it down into the corner. Bolden Garland, and Zach Mans will hang on to it. Up top for Mike Triolo. 4-3 Saskatchewan leads. Less than 12 to go in the opening half. Ryan Keenan, shot from the long distance, got deflected before it made its way to the net.
It's so interesting to watch this Rush team on offense because they're running things through different guys. Past basically since this team has existed, it's all been through Mark Matthews. Now we're getting different looks.
Connor Fields, just one. Isaac Enju out on defense. Connor McClellan's up the floor. Pass for Zach Mans, bobbled it. Back comes Coates.
Special attention being paid to Connor Fields, as one needs to do if you want to beat the Rochester Knighthawks.
Thomas Woody, the Guelph product, dishes it off. Fields, swim move, peels back, around Messenger, feed down low, good defense by Adam J on McConvey.
McConvey wanting a call there, thought Jay's stick may have caught him up near the teeth. No harm, no foul. Rush take it down the floor.
Only 2 penalties in this game so far. The refs are letting them play and the fans are loving it. Here's Robert Church, hard pick, set inside for Dodds, and he's stopped by Hutchcraft.
Gotta say, that's probably Hutchcraft's best save so far of the game. He's been solid. That's not a knock at all. That's just he hasn't had to come out and make real athletic saves so far.
Kazevnikov, the Langley Thunder summer baller, over to Church. Saved by Hutchcraft, rebound by Daunt. He almost got that on goal. Shot clock got reset for Zach Mans. He's got his defender on an island. Zach Mans now trying to spin up top. Good double team comes. Kazevnikov goes head high and buzzes the tower of Hutchcraft.
Hutchcraft, he was a surprise last-second starter. Even on our NLL sheets, it was telling us that Hartley was going to get the start in the goal, but instead Hutchcraft comes out and not regretting that decision. He's been good so far, Cody.
Hazen down low. Blanchbury already has one in this contest. Little outside look for Evans, scoops it down for Fields, out in front, and he scores on the delayed penalty. Connor Fields has his second of the contest.
Yeah, delayed penalty coming, and it was Adam Jay who was going to be the guilty party. He backed off a little bit. He laid the hard hit there on Fields, kind of backed off, almost like he was expecting the whistle to blow. Rochester takes advantage of the confusion here. As you can see, Fields creating some havoc there. A little bit of a tripping call that was going to go on Turner Evans. Evans, the Peterborough product, driving towards the net. Jay gets him falling down, and then everybody kind of stands up for a second. Fields takes advantage while they were waiting for the whistle, and instead it's behind Chiliano and back to a tie game.
Sixth goal of the season for Connor Fields, his second of the contest. It's 4-4 with 9:45 to go in quarter number 2. Shots steady even at 18 apiece in Saskatchewan Center. Here off the face-off, Rochester takes the lead. It's Thomas McConvey who sings the top corner.
First 3-goal run for either team in this one. They've been trading twos, and now Rochester waking up, getting their legs under them in this one. I don't know if they were a little jet lagged for the long flight out that they had to take out of Toronto, but they've got their legs under them. They're starting to run really good movement here, and just again, another defensive assignment that was blown there. The Toronto native McCovney coming up, getting one-on-one and just picking his spot. Looking back, it actually looked like Con McClellan was looking for a call on something. I didn't see it there in that replay, Cody, but McClellan not happy with something that happened right before that goal.
Ryland Reese off the face-off. Dumps it down, the offense gets set, looking to expand on their first lead of the game. Fields, he's on hat-trick watch already. Spins off of Messenger. Down for Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith, a low-to-low, short side off target. Now it'll bounce out. Jared Smith. Rochester has too many on the floor. Penalty coming. Jared Smith still with it. Finds Walter on the roll. Trying to pull it short side, and Hutchcraft denies him.
Walter getting oh so close to his very first of the year here, Cody.
Saskatchewan going to the power play. When we come back, trailing 5-4 on Rochester. McConvey has the latest in Saskatchewan Center.
Welcome back to Co-op Field here in Saskatoon. The Knighthawks are leading now 5-4 against the Rush. No fancy goals just yet, at least not like the one we saw Ryan Barnable make in Halifax last week. It was an incredible backwards goal, which caused a little bit of confusion at first, but it was allowed at the end. And I think, though it's early in the season, safe to say one of the top contenders of goal of the season. Cody, John?
I think that is going to be really hard to beat. Thanks so much, Sabine. The only way I could describe it, Cody, I wasn't with you in Halifax, but I could call it only Bananas Land. What a goal. I don't know if I've ever seen a goal like that in lacrosse at any level. Like, just the awareness by Barnable to still get that shot away while falling down and before he goes into the crease. Love it. Goal of the year. It's going to be hard to beat.
Watching it back, it's one of the best goals I may have ever seen in my life. Rusher in the power play, 1 for 1 so far on the night. Robert Church stopped by Hutchcraft.
Too many men the call on the Rochester Knighthawks, so it's Joe Post, the in-home for tonight, sitting in the bin of sin for 2 or less.
Interesting to use the face-off man as the in-home. We've seen teams, I believe it was Vancouver last year, used it as well. And if you score a shorty, sometimes it doesn't help. There's a delayed call on Saskatchewan, though, so it'll be 5-on-5. Hutchcraft's on the bench. Fields with the ball, knocked down by Messenger. And the refs will blow it down. We'll play a little 4-on-4 on the floor.
Yeah, going to see the first look, a 4-on-4 today with the Rush, or pardon me, the Knighthawks on a 3-goal run, looking to expand that with a little bit of room on the floor. Wait the call.
Saskatchewan penalty, 2 minutes, legal cross-check.
Cross-check here would have been on the near side as Isaac Enju and the rest of the righties were doing their work down there. So right below our broadcast location, you can cross-check. And I explain this to people at the day job all day long. You can cross-check people, just can't be overly violent with it. Obviously, Enju crossing that line.
Lanchbury, one in the game, zips it over to Fields. Defended by Boudreau. Fields back for Lanchbury. Acquired midweek from Georgia. 10 on the shot clock. Got soaked by Bobby Kidd III. Hard pick by Smith. Inside, save made by Chiliano. Messenger, loose ball, finds Boudreau. 1 goal in the contest. And a load, double it up, young man. Jake Boudreau has tied it at 5.
Boudreau showing off his offensive chops, the second-year defender for the Saskatchewan Rush. Got one right in the dying moments of the opening quarter. Got that one with speed. This one, just a deceptive shot. Posts up, uses the defender as a screen. Looked like he was maybe going to try to go wide. Little head fake on the pass, you can tell. He looks at the bench for just a brief moment before he goes low to low. One of the hardest shots in lacrosse to stop. And Boudreau, the defender, with his offensive skills, second of the game here, Cody.
He's feeling it. 6 goals, 7 assists last year for the Brampton product. 2 in this game. And it played in transition, something Jimmy Quinlan wants to see his group do. They've pulled through so far. Night number 2 of their National Lacrosse League season. Connor Fields will spin back, room to fire, defenders as a screen, and Chiliano falls back on it.
Bobby Kidd III was jumping up in the air. He thought Fields was going up top. He was ready to wear that run right in the belly button. Face-off so far, a much improved performance from Mike Messenger, but I mean, hey, you can't discredit anybody for having a bad night against Jake Withers like he did last week in Halifax. 4-3 so far for the Rush on the face-off dot.
Robert Church now. Seal by Mads. Keenan's down low as well. All the way across, intended for Patrick Dotz. Can't get a stick on it as the shot clock's gonna expire. Now Rochester on the power play. 1 for 1 so far. Connor Fields is that marker. Waters up top, righty strong look. Ryan Smith, top of the key. Hazen Smith, shot on goal, save made by Chiliano, and Jay shovels it back for Messenger. Messenger, Boudreau, 2-on-1. Messenger now, little footwork inside. Getting fancy with it there. A little Euro step around. Shot just got deflected though.
Looking like my kid's doing Ukrainian dance there, Cody.
Clark Walter now behind the net. Swim move out in front. 8 on the shot clock. Messenger goes for a change. They send out a defender. Walter now runs himself into a double team, and the Rochester defense shuts him down.
Yeah, Walter was on an island there as the rest of the Rush were changing there, trying to see if he could create something. It's always difficult to do in the NLL. It's even more difficult to do against 4 different guys.
Evans finds Lanchbury. Smith now pushed back, got the pass off though. Evans got the shot, rebound somehow. That stays out. Fields behind the net, one-arm dunk, scores. Frank Chiliano couldn't get up in time, and Connor Fields has the hat trick.
What a sequence right there, Cody. Absolute chaos. Chiliano makes 1 save, then stacks the pads like he's an NHL goalie in the 1980s. But Connor Fields, he stays on it. He sees for a minute. There's the first shot. Fields there. The stack of them up by Frank Chiliano. Fields stays on it. He sees Mallory, kind of gets lost there. He knows Chiliano's still down, as Chiliano's stick was wedged up in the netting. So Chiliano couldn't grab his stick, couldn't get back up. Fields, high awareness. You can see right there. He cuts towards the goal, fakes the pass, slam dunk just as Shiliano gets a step back. That again, Connor Fields' offensive awareness, why he's one of the most dangerous men in the National Lacrosse League.
Some might even say one of the best left-handed shooters in the league, modern this season. Smith inside feed for Waters, pokes it on goal. Shiliano with the save. Was talking with a couple of high-profile NLL people. They said, watch this. You got one of the best lefty shooters in Connor Fields, one of the best righty shooters in Robert Church. They are putting on a show. Rochester up 6-5 on Co-op Field in Sastel Center. The National Lacrosse League presented by NLLstore.ca, a Fanatics experience, officially licensed everything.
Connor Fields having himself a night early on to this one. 3 goals already, 2 assists, 5 points. And Cody, he's got the 3 goals on just 8 shots on goal. On top of being good, he's efficient.
Quick work, 5 points. They only had 5 goals in the first half against the Calgary Roughnecks. Their offense is something you don't want to play around with. They go out, and again, that's why GM Dan Carey's not afraid to start tossing around some first-round picks, because he believes in the group they have.
As you should. Fields, Smith, obviously they found themselves a goaltender as well in Hutchcraft, who's been pretty good so far in this one as well, just like he was against Calgary. Lots of great pieces as the t-shirt cannon nearly makes it all the way up to our broadcast booth, Cody.
Mike Triolo out of the corner. Little spin down, kicks it back for Church. Pass is just a little off. Now Church inside a triple team, got taken down. And Rochester will head out north.
Rochester activating their transition offense a lot more than they were early on in this one, Cody. Like I said, that first quarter a little slow. Now they're starting to like to run a little bit here as the second quarter moves on.
Evans for Fields. He's got the hot stick. Down behind the cage, pass out in front, and Jake Boudreau defending well. Took away the opportunity for Hazen.
On top of having all the talent in the world, the Rochester offense is doing a great job keeping Mike Messenger away from Connor Fields. Lots of good picks, lots of movement, because you know that's the matchup the Rush want, and they haven't been getting it a ton so far in this first half.
Patrick Dodds, 1 goal against Halifax. Ryan Keenan, Zach Mantz, let that one fly, and it ends up 1. Messenger will stay and play on offense. Takes a cross check in the back. Dodds feeds it across. Keenan's on the roll. His shot got deflected. Triolo's got the rebound. Cuts out in front. Misses the mark, and Dodds, a yawning cage, whips it wide.
More chaos down low there. Little disappointed though, Cody. I would have wanted to see with Messenger and Triolo out there. Those are 2 very big bodies. Get them to the middle, create some havoc, hope for a loose ball. Wasn't happening there for the Rush.
Connor Fields sitting on a 5-point game in quarter number 2. Up top, intended for McConvey, the Virginia star. Ryan Smith now. Pass Garland, and Angiuini scores. Tucks it right under the crossbar.
We've been talking about the offensive talent on this Rochester Knighthawks team and how you're only ever going to contain them. Now Ryan Smith starting to get it going as he had started a little bit slower. Tons of great chances. Hadn't buried until this, and this is just a high skill play, Cody. Just cutting across to go back across your body as a righty shooter, back over to the right shoulder of Frank Shiliano. Shiliano thought he had the angle. I don't think he was expecting that kind of accuracy on a crossbody shot, but Ryan Smith is the kind of guy that can pull off that shot. And just again, the 3-headed monster that's quickly showing up here for the Rochester Knighthawks offense.
Joe Post, face-off win for the Knighthawks. Hazen down to the corner. Fields up top, leading by 2 here. They were down early. Team that battled back against Calgary as well. Lanchbury now overruns it. Jake Boudreau, he's on hat-trick watch. Burns past Lanchbury. Boudreau rips it off the post.
Boudreau has looked like Saskatchewan's most dangerous weapon so far today. He's a defender.
Adam Jane now. Bouncer won't go. Boudreau staying in the O zone as Adam Jane goes and tosses Brad Gillies into the boards.
Rush got to get something going. Rochester on a run right now. 5 of the last 6 goals, all going to the visitors from Rochester.
Smith out of the corner. Collision of bodies, and up with it is Waters. Trying to put one 5-hole on Chiliano.
That was a good save by Chiliano, getting down, doing the splits, making sure that one didn't find his way. The ball didn't find its way behind him. Another broken play there on the young Rush defense, and the Knighthawks, that veteran core taking advantage again.
Robert Church, little one-on-one right now, over the top, trying to pull it short side. Hutchcraft got a piece of it. Shot clock got reset. Kazevnikov, his first in green, came in the opening quarter. Now that pass got picked off. He'll have to play defense. Transition, a little slow to get out there for Rochester, but Kazevnikov trying to step up on Tyler Biles. Off the bench, it's McConvey off the side of Mike Messenger's head.
And off the official as well. A little follow the bouncing ball on the brand new turf here in Saskatoon. Ends up going a home team bounce. Still members bounce here for the Rush on the new green turf.
Here's Triolo, one-on-one with Ricks. Triolo, bouncer, misses the foot. Walter inside, scores! Clark Walters cut the lead in half with his first of the season.
That is a huge goal for the man with the best mustache on the floor, Cody. Clark Walter, a little snake bitten to start this season, held off the score sheet in Halifax, had a couple grade A chances that didn't go here today, but now showing off that offensive skill. A little bit of chaos moving up the middle here. Walter finds the bouncing ball, takes his man with him, goes horizontal, and with the enthusiasm of that fist bump, and don't read his lips if you're watching at home after that one, I can tell you Clark Walter pumped, and maybe that's what the Rush need to get him going, because right now they need a big lefty threat, because that Rochester defense is just focusing on Robert Church and the righties so far.
Well, he said after last game he just felt snake bit. Didn't help that he ate a cross check 5 minutes in that might have lost a couple of chiclets on the turf.
When you got a mustache that good, you're still going to have a great smile even without the chiclets, Cody. He can pull it off.
Smith up for Dots. Patrick Dots. Hockey link blocker saved by Hutchcraft. Robert Church will settle it down. Less than a minute to go. Quarter number 2. Keenan for Mans, and he whiffs on it.
Speaking of snake bit so far, that's another one in and out of the stick of Mans.
Opened the scoring, and since then it hasn't been as dialed in for the Rush. Lefty down for Hazen.
Only 2 shots so far for Mans, Cody.
Connor Fields one-on-one with Messenger. Ball ends up on the turf. Dunk attempt. Chiliano robs him on the back door.
That is a great save by Chiliano, knowing that Fields was coming for the dunk attempt, and we're going to take a timeout here. Unlike Rochester at the end of the first quarter, the Rush are going to take a timeout here with about 20 seconds left and a full reset.
And this feels like one where obviously Bruce Alexander's going to get his clipboard out and they can draw up a play here. But it comes down to momentum swings. How nice would it feel for that Rush crew to be tied at the half? Don't forget, coming up at the half, highlights and analysis, lacrosse in the Olympics, and the out-of-town scoreboard. If I am seeing things correctly, it looks like we've got some interesting notes to get to on the out-of-town scoreboard here.
As I like to say, it's a little bit spicy. Looking forward to lacrosse in the Olympics. You know what? I've kind of fallen out of love with the Summer Olympics. Lacrosse, flag football, count me in. I am looking forward to seeing what Team Canada can do. Sorry, our American viewers.
Frank Chiliano will go to the bench. Big 6 on 5 as Mans and Hutchcraft have a couple of words at center there. You get a look at Clark Walter. He's got the latest for Saskatchewan. Walter had 13 goals in 10 games last season. A breakout performance at home against San Diego where he had 5 goals. single-handedly almost brought him back into this one. Now, 22 seconds left in the opening half. Zach Mans, the ball handler. They'll likely walk this down to about the 8-second mark and run their play. Mike Triolo out there, Patrick Dodds, Robert Church, Ryan Keenan, Clark Walters, the others. It's Dodds by himself, shotgun block. Church on the rebound, takes it, scores! With 1.6 seconds left in the first half, Robert Church has tied it at 7.
The Rush coming up clutch right before the expiry of the time clock. Back to back. First quarter, it was Boudreau. Second quarter, Robert Church doing Robert Church things. If you're going to give him an open look, and great awareness here too by Robert. Picks it up, kind of looks like he was going to go to Triolo for just a split second. Realized that time was running out, puts it on net, and he beats the goaltender down low. Just a quick shot there. Robert Church, if he's going to have a clean look, especially off a bit of a broken play with a bouncing ball, he's usually going to find pay dirt.
Insane. Jake Boudreau scores with 3 seconds left in quarter number 1. Robert Church scores with 1 second left in quarter number 2. Even Steven in Saskatchewan Center. We're at the half. It's the National Lacrosse League on TSN Plus. Saskatchewan and Rochester tied at 7 apiece here in the start of quarter number 3 on the brand new co-op field at Saskatchewan Center. The bright green turf looking phenomenal.
Kind of bright green, Cody, you might see in a comic book. Almost looks like a toxic ooze or something. Of course, National Lacrosse League partnering up with Marvel. How cool is this? They've signed a multi-year agreement, custom comic books available that they're going to promote lacrosse's legendary origin story. Tell the story of how the creator brought lacrosse to us. Down on the floor, though, with Rochester's head coach, here's Sabine.
Coach Hazen, you're coming off a win against Calgary last week. You've had a back and forth tonight, tied for heading into the second half. What do you got to do different?
I think we got to dictate the pace a little bit more. I think that first half we were playing the way they wanted to play, real fast, real quick, and I think we got kind of caught up in it a little bit. So we want to attack. We'll just be a little bit smarter, a little bit, maybe a little bit slower.
Anything standing out in the first half that you're happy to see from your team?
You know, so far so good. We'll take this on the road in this building. We'll take it.
Thanks so much. Good luck. Back to you, Cody. John.
In this building, we'll take it. That says it all with how loud Rush Nation can be and how they can impact opposing teams.
Now, I love that this city has that reputation, even on the brand new field, and you know, a visiting coach of really an NLL Cup contending team. Like, these guys should be in the March to May for sure, and they're still coming out here. You know what? We're happy with the 7-7 after our first 30 minutes.
Back underway, it's quarter number 3 on Co-op Field. Joe Post, his 9th face-off win of the game, and Rochester will get the first look. Lansbury up top. Goal for him in his Knighthawks debut. Finds Connor Fields, got around Smith. Fields to the net, and he steps in the crease.
Looked like another highlight reel Connor Fields goal. He's calling for the challenge flag here. As we're getting a quick look on the iPad is Mike Hazen. See if he's going to throw it. I'm on breast pocket watch now, Cody.
Ryan Keenan with the ball. Zach Mans sent a 2-man game. Keenan, little spin back. Holds on his feet. Triolo outside look goes wide. Triolo had 3 assists in the opening half. Keenan now 2 on the shot clock. Just flips it down for Mans.
Sorry, it was back pocket watch, and it doesn't look as though we're going to see a challenge, so that'll stand. Although Connor Fields may have wanted it, I think he just wanted his 4th of the night, Cody.
There is still plenty of time. 29 minutes to be nearly exact. Lansbury's out of the corner, defended by Barnable. Fields up top. One-on-one with Adam Jay. Hard pick set on Barnable. And now Fields doesn't want Jay to pick up the loose ball after he puts it on the turf.
taking a chance to get a free shot as Adam J was in his back pocket. He wasn't a huge fan. Gives him a "how you doing" on the way off the floor.
Robert Church tied it at 7 with exactly 1.6 seconds left in that opening half. Save made by Hutchcraft, his 18th of the game. Breakaway back the other way, but it was unable to be corralled. Long shot, steps down into one's Matt Gill. Right punched out by Chiliano, so it'll be a fresh 30 for the Knighthawks.
That was a great play by Tyler Halls to keep that alive. He knew he was coming to the crease, just dumped it at the top, and that's why the Knighthawks have a second possession here.
Evans leaves it for Fields. Near side corner for Thomas McConvey. Evans across to Smith. Hard pick set down there. They say play on as McClellan goes and buries Waters down low.
McClellan is not a small man, but it took 2 of them to take down Waters, who was driving in a foul mood towards the net, and they're going right off the chops there. Garland got a stick in the face, causing that ball to pop out.
Rush can't get across half in time. 8 seconds to do so. Waters down to the corner. It's Ryan Smith. Smith has 1 in the contest. Fields now. Hard pick set by McConvey. Good defense by Mallory. Inside look, McConvey gets rocked. Up top, Connor Fields now from downtown puts it in the logo of Frank Chiliano.
Rush knew that. That was a long shift for their defenseman.
Boudreau, Triolo scores! Mike Triolo, his first in green, and the Rush lead 8-7.
All 6'8" of Mike Triolo. I thought he was going to go up into the stands and do a Lambeau leap. Great shot there, Triolo. And again, it's Jake Boudreau in transition. He's been all over the floor tonight, Cody. Boudreau sees Triolo. Triolo using that big body, just buries it behind the goaltender, Hutchcraft. And Triolo's got his first as a member of the Saskatchewan Rush. But again, Jake Boudreau, who've been stuck out there for a long time thanks to the multiple resets, giving himself another chance at another point by getting it all the way down the floor, even on tired legs.
Mike Triolo spent some time in Rochester back in the day when he made his NLL debut. Now he's in Saskatchewan after signing as a free agent this summer. A massive summer ball campaign with the Edmonton Miners. Rochester looking for a response. Down by 1. Lanchbury up top to Gilroy. 1 arm on his stick. Perfect feed for Evans. Evans is inside. Doesn't miss by much, and they'll just dump this one down into Rush territory.
Rush with another short possession here, forcing the short possession, allowing their guys to get a little bit of rest because their defense was out basically for the first 3 minutes of this quarter, Cody.
Ryan Keenan for Dots. Down to Robert Church. Church to the feed. Keenan, the rollout. It's under the right knee of Hutchcraft.
Hard to see where it was. Hutchcraft knew he had it. That's the most important thing. Goalie knows he's got it. Nothing to worry about there for the Knighthawks.
Ryan Smith will trot it down the middle. Evans circles Barnable. He'll stay with him though. Good defense by Ryan Barnable, coming off a major injury last year. Feet out in front. Evans is taken down. No call coming.
Let them play in this one. Like you said, Cody, only a couple of chances here on the power play. 2 power play goals so far and just 4 penalties in this game.
Jake Boudreau up top. Clark Walter, little sidestep inside. Ball got knocked free. Gilroy will head south. Short side. Chiliano makes the sink. Back out in front again for Coates, and he stumps.
Best save of the night for Frank Chiliano on that one. Sliding across. He picked up an unmarked man, saw him, got there, and stacked up the legs. The new pads working out well. He's been using them in the 2-pad stack a couple times now, Cody.
Didn't have his gear in week number 1. Ryan Keenan, a little spin back, races on him tight. Church up top, 5 on the shot clock. Back for Keenan. Trying to go high 5-hole. Hutchcraft makes a save. Rebound falls to his defender, Reese. Parents in attendance here. The West Coast making a quick, easy trip to beautiful Saskatchewan.
It's actually not a frozen tundra this time of the year for the first time that I can remember, Cody. Perfect time to come to Saskatchewan is right now.
Here's Hazen. Lanchbury for Fields. 5 on the shot clock. A little behind the back action. Chiliano's gonna fall on it. Good defense by Mike Mallory. Didn't give him anything to look at. He got a BTB off. Frank Chiliano makes the stop. He's made 27 of them in the game, but it's Triolo who's got the rush up by 1.
Welcome back. Well, it's hard to miss. Right on now, the new co-op field is a brand new logo representing Saskatchewan Rush. At first, it just looks like a simple image of a bison, but it's deeply rooted in Saskatchewan and First Nations culture, and every part of that image represents something special to the Saskatchewan Rush. Cody, John?
I love the way that they've incorporated the head of the lacrosse stick, and as well the RUSH. If you're watching it from out of town, that's a common font, common design of the grain elevators up here in Saskatchewan. You see that kind of in every small town. Grain elevator with that kind of font, that kind of design. I love it all. It's very Saskatchewan. I'm glad to see that as the team has made a home here, that they've gone ahead and given a logo that represents our province.
The wheat pool text as it's come. Clark Walter has Kazevnikov up top. Finds Patrick Dotz. Robert Church looking for the hat trick. Stopped by Hutchcraft.
Another good low save there by Hutchcraft. Surprise starter in this one, but proven that he might be the #1 guy moving forward here for Rochester.
Well, he took over for Hartley in game number 1, and he's making his mark here.
We had Hartley on as a starter. He came out. He's played great so far, Cody.
Evans. Smith out in front for Waters. Whiffed on the shot. Messenger's got the loose ball in the corner.
Rush are able to get that matchup of Messenger on Fields a little bit more to open up this second half.
Church will zip it across to Keenan. Back for Triolo. Triolo's inside. Save made by Hutchcraft.
I don't think I've ever seen a player make a move where he just holds his stick up too high where a guy can get it. It's basically what Triolo did, all 6'8" of him.
Helps when you're that tall. Lanchbury picked up for a couple of first rounders midweek from Georgia. Brian Barnable wins a battle in his own zone. Finds Boudreau. Pair of draft picks a couple of years ago. Barnable, multiple NCAA championships at RIT. Patrick Dodds now does it on the ticker. Zach Mans opened the scoring in this contest. Clark Walter for Patrick Dodds. Dodds now inside on the backhand. Got on goal for a second by Kazevnikov.
Great shot as he's being knocked down to kind of go almost a bit of a backhand scoop. Turn what looked like a nothing play into a great save there by the Toronto native Hutchcraft.
The old no-look backhand. Kind of what Brian Barnable did to get on Sports Center last week. Evans now, 10 on the shot clock, got around Andrew. Evans, pass got knocked down by McClellan, stopped by Chiliano.
Another good save there, Frank Chiliano. He's had a handful of them, had to stand up tall on that one. As the Rochester offense, he's been able to shut them down here so far in this third quarter.
Mike Messenger, a couple assists against Halifax. Collides with O'Connor. Robert Church now watching out. Has to circle up top. Finds Zach Mans. Mans to the crease. Trying to pull it back, short side, and now Dodds ends up tripping up his defender. Refs say play on. Oh, now they got a stick in the air and a trip's gonna be called.
Yeah, the back official, that's his responsibility to be watching that stuff on the ball. You knew it was coming. I can even hear it in your voice. We were both kind of expecting a call. We did happen to see it come through on the call there, and deservingly so. You're gonna see Dodds go to the box for 2 or less.
2 minutes tripping.
Rush Nation's not going to love it, but it looked pretty obvious from our angle here. And Patrick Dodds goes to the sin bin for 2 or less. There you get another replay on screen, and it's just the foot on foot. Took down Tyler Halls.
You know, sometimes they're going to be obvious enough that we can use them in our off-season training videos of what a trip is. That one, definitely a trip.
Chiliano the save. Rochester 2 power play goals this season. They were 25% on the man advantage coming into this contest. Messenger, Bobby Kidd the third shot got deflected by Smith. Boudreau in the corner. The Robert Morris star hangs back and he's happy to eat some clock here.
Yeah, definitely what you want to do in the penalty kill unless you got a wide open look. Definitely take it back, calm things down.
Clark Walter, it's another shorty, and Walter's got his second of the game.
I mentioned that Clark Walter started off this year snake bitten. He got his first goal here earlier in this one, and he's got his second. You just tell there's more pep in his step as he drives towards the net there with a short-handed goal. That first goal was huge for Walter. This time here, and the Rush have been doing this a lot in this quarter. They've been just using their speed to get around on the outside of both sides of the Rochester defense. That's the first goal we've seen scored like that in a little bit, but Clark Walter taking advantage of that speed he's got, ripping around the defenseman and putting it behind the goaltender Hutchcraft.
Saskatchewan scored 4 shorties against Halifax a week ago. That's their 5th of the season. We haven't even finished 7 quarters of lacrosse.
That's what speed will do to you, especially the penalty kill, Cody.
Lanchbury up top. Smith won't shoot. Waters is crease side. 10 on the shot clock. Lanchbury again now. Now it's Smith. 5-hole scores! Rochester responds. It's 9-8.
The way Chiliano reacted, definitely one that he wanted back, but Rochester, too many options there, especially when you're shorthanded. Who do you cover? Somebody is always going to be uncovered that can put the ball in the back of the net. This time, it's Ryan Smith. Holden Garland does his best to try to get a stick or something in the way, can't quite do it. And again, a high-skill player like Smith, he's going to know exactly how to shoot that. Chiliano looked like he might have been caught moving by the way he reacted and fell backwards. Second of the game, 5th goal of the year for Ryan Smith.
Garland took away the far side, and that's what you want, is a messenger just goes and hammers posts off the face-off. But for Chiliano, it just sneaks through a 5-hole, and now we got a 1-goal game.
Yeah, you can't take away both sides, Cody. As you said, you would want to be taking away that far side like he did, but a guy like Ryan Smith is going to know exactly where to shoot and how to get it there.
Great shot, Lanchbury now. Pokes it into the corner for Waters. McClellan will defend. Fields, little step back rip. Trying to go low to the left foot of Chiliano as it bounces all the way down into Rochester territory. Saskatchewan got a shorty. Rochester still scoring the power play. It's a 1-goal game on Co-op Field. Remember, for all the latest news highlights and behind-the-scenes content, follow the NLL on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, X, and YouTube. And stay current with scores and in-depth articles on NLL.com. I'm sure that's where they're on, NLL.com, right? Get the latest stats. Well, if you want one to take home, Saskatchewan's got 5 shorthanded goals in 2 games, John.
Is that good? I think it's okay.
Some might say.
You know, that's a sign there of, we've talked about how this Saskatchewan Rush team is completely different from years gone by. One of the things, they're younger, they're faster, and they're quicker. They're coming at you. To be shorthanded goals, that's all speed and athleticism, and that's what they're showing so far early in this year.
Robert Church down for Ryan Keenan. Patrick Dotz over the restraining line, back for Church, trying to shoot around his defender. Misses the far pipe. Keenan has Mans behind the net. Now he'll try to go high. That ball goes over. Triolo on the rebound's a little late.
That was almost looking like the old intentional missed shot. Looking for the big hometown bounce off the boards here at SaskTel Center, but Triolo couldn't quite get it. He got it, but with only 1 second left on the clock, not a lot of time.
Evans, they'll run it from the far half wall. Boudreau defense. Smith's out in front and he's robbed by Chiliano.
Great stick save by Frank Chiliano, keeping the Rush in the lead. But we got a penalty coming up here, Cody.
Well, Rochester going back to the man advantage. 2 for 3 so far as Adam J heads to the sin bin.
I believe the initial call was for a hold here, Cody. We'll get confirmation.
Saskatchewan penalty, 2 minutes. Holding stick.
Holding the stick there as you're coming back up the floor. Not the kind of penalty you want to take. Coaches always talk about good penalties to take, bad penalties to take. You don't want to be taking that one as you're taking the ball up the floor in transition, Cody. Bit of a mental error there by Adam J.
And you lose a big-time penalty killer as well in Adam J on this unit. Rochester power play 2 for 3 in the contest. Lanchbury lets it rip. Chiliano with the save as the loose ball is grabbed.
Nice stick save there by Chiliano. He got beat there last time, and Rochester's been looking low a lot on their shots here in the second half especially, but Chiliano up to the task there.
Bobby Kidd III dumps it off with Clark Walter as a shorty in the game. 2 goals in the entire contest. Little spin up top. Put some miles on the Fitbit, a low to low from the corner. Zips wide.
Definitely getting his extra steps in there, Cody, that's for sure. It's like the same as us doing 8 flights of stairs here at SaskTel Center, right?
Well, some guys want to hold it in the corner, and others, like Clark Walter, want to pretend they're holding down the speed burst button.
And that's why they call him Sparky.
Connor Fields up top with a power play. Ryan Smith is in that left shooter spot. Back from McConvey, 5-hole scores. Tie ball game on the power play. Rochester has leveled it at 9.
To use one of my favorite words, that went betwixt the legs of Frank Chiliano. Rochester noticing a bit of a weakness there, as Chiliano's been beat between the legs a couple of times. This one again, he gets a clean look on the near side, just overpowers it, puts it between the legs. I don't know if Chiliano's not quite getting set there, but again, Rochester looking to shoot low on their past few opportunities there. And what a good shot there by Thomas McCovney, the Toronto product. Second of the game and second of the season there, just going right between the legs with power on Frank Chiliano.
Third power play goal of the contest for Rochester. This Rush penalty kill only allowed 1 against Halifax a week ago.
Said that was going to be a key matchup tonight after a good week last week, Cody, and so far Rochester's winning there.
Connor Fields bouncer scores! It deflected off of Bobby Kidd III and finds a way past Chiliano. Rochester is back in front.
What do they say? You got to be lucky to be good, but good to be lucky there. As we see Connor Fields coming off the floor, shrugging his shoulders. Definitely not the prettiest goal he'll ever score, but it goes behind Chiliano, so it counts. You can see here, shot kind of spins off the floor, off of Bobby Kidd III, and just completely changes directions on Chiliano. Another low bouncing shot goes off the turf, off the rear end, almost gets caught in the shorts of Bobby Kidd III behind Chiliano. And Connor Fields definitely has his 4th of the goal of the game, and I will dare say his least prettiest goal of this game, Cody.
Yeah, maybe of this season so far. 7 points so already. Not even done quarter number 3. Connor Fields.
Is that good?
Special player. Ryan Smith now back for Fields. Looking for 5. Save made by Chiliano.
Again, looking low on Chiliano. Not something they were doing in the first half when he was having a bit more success. And trying to get into the head of Fields as they're coming up the floor. It's Connor McClellan giving him a tug, trash talking him all the way to the bench.
Rush offense will run it through Ryan Keenan, the leader of the lefties. Stotts in front, backdoor for Mans, and he scores! Zach Mans with his 2nd of the game, back tied at 10.
Just great ball movement there by the Rush. Again, this is something you're going to see now out of the new look Rush. You're so used to seeing 42 off of the corner to be the distributor. Now you've got all sorts of guys that are looking to pass and just come up with a great play here. Look at that, just bang, bang, identifying that Mans was open. Keenan finds his guy coming down, finds Dodds, over to the other new guy in Mans, and he quickly puts it in. He knew he had a half second to shoot. He did it. Hard, accurate shot, and that's how you do it. His 5th of the year, 2nd of the game for the new offensive left-handed star of the Saskatchewan Rush.
quickly becoming a fan favorite. That's not a burning take, as Teddy Jenner would say.
Him and Boudreaux, I think we're going to see some 43s and some 2s in the new logo jersey after this one, Cody.
Hazen off the bench. Fifth forwards McConvey. All the way back to Evans. Thought about the dunk attempt. Now it's an outside look on Chilianos. This one's going to bounce out of play with 71 seconds left to go in quarter number 3.
Rush defense keeping Rochester to the outside. That's what you're going to have to do. Don't want them to get in close, especially in a tie game here. You want to go on a bit of a run, give yourself some breathing room heading into the final 15.
Keenan finds Church as Hutchcraft closes the wickets.
Hutchcraft just saw that the whole way. I don't know how he sees that so well. Couple screens, he still picks it up, identifies, closes the legs.
Connor Fields misses the loose ball. Holden Garland ends up with it. Dumps it off to Ryan Keenan. An extended shift for him. Holden Garland will stay in play. Back for Church. Down low to Kazevnikov. It's over his head. 2 for 1 doesn't exactly go in their favor, but there's enough of a difference here for Saskatchewan where Rochester's not going to pull their goalie and go 6-on-5.
Well, no, and that moment of hesitation helped out the rush too as well, as Ryan Keenan was almost stuck out there for another 30, but he was given just enough time to get off the floor as Rochester slowed it down.
Well, cancel everything I said. Hutchcraft goes to the bench now. So they're going to play it risky. They're about a 3-second differential. Over to Evans now. Pass back door and they score. It's Lanchbury. As the shot clock's expiring, stings the bottom corner on Chiliano.
The Rush scored within the final 3 seconds of the opening 2 quarters. Rochester says, well, it's our turn. The new guy, Latchbury, he goes and puts it in on Chiliano. Bit of chaos ensued. Is much like you, Cody. I don't think the Rush knew that they were going to go with six attackers. They weren't quite prepared for it. Assignments got missed up a little bit, and Lanchbury is the lucky man, the open man, and he puts it in with only 2.8 seconds left. So anybody leaving their seat at the end of the quarter to fill their beverage has missed out on 3 goals here. I know I'm guilty of that when I'm in the stands, Cody, so learning your lesson tonight.
3 goals in the last 3 seconds of each quarter. That's something special, and we've got a good one here. 11-10, Rochester leads. Ryan Lanchbury has the latest. We're in for a thrilling 4th quarter. Get game day ready and shop your favorite teams, jerseys, and merchandise. Head to NLLstore.ca to get all your National Lacrosse League and team gear today.
Everybody looking sharp in the new Rush jersey. He's also looking sharp in his new jersey. That being the newest member of the Rochester Knighthawks, Ryan Lanchbury. He came over in a trade with the Georgia Swarm this week, and basically this was the Knighthawks putting all their chips in the middle, to use a gambling reference there, as they made the move for him, giving up a first-round pick in 2024 and a conditional first in either 2024 or 2025. That man worth 2 first-round picks. So far, so good. Paying off after the trade. 4 points tonight, and he looks like he fits in with this Rochester group, which is always tough because this whole team Rochester basically brought back their entire squad from last year to build on what they did. See a guy fit in, that can be difficult sometimes.
Well, it's been special teams that's been the difference maker, is Connor Fields. Rips one over to Ryan Smith. 7 on the shot clock. Pushed back by Jay Smith. Tosses it on goal. Rebound for McConvey. Just wide.
Can't give up that rebound there, Chiliano, as he's bailed out by his defenseman there. Chiliano just popping it right back to the Knighthawks in a dangerous spot.
Barnable finds Keenan off the bench. Backdoor feed, and the shot won't go for Mallory.
Mallory's been great on defense there. His first real offensive chance just puts it a little high after touching the crease line.
First game of the season, and you can feel his veteran presence back there. Big time. Messenger now. He'll defend Evans. Lanchbury down to the corner. Waters. Evans finds Waters, room to shoot, and Chiliano, top of the arc, kicks it out.
It's fun watching Messenger and Fields as they're both looking out for where each other are at all times, as that's the matchup the Rush want and Fields wants to avoid.
Messenger scores! He hammers it home. Mike Messenger, tie ball game.
Messenger coming up clutch first by staying right in the back pocket of Connor Fields, making sure nothing happened on the rush end of the floor. Then follows that up with a big goal here. His second real good offensive opportunity. Messenger showing he can shoot it as good as some of the guys on offense as well. Just steps into this one, pure power, and with the brand new shoes that we were talking about pregame, how sharp they look, especially on that green field, Cody.
Well, when you need a big goal, you look towards your veterans, and Mike Messenger, there's a reason he was one of the three they kept around this offseason. Ryan Smith down to the corner. Hazen on the roll, and Rochester responds.
Hazen, great play, moving to the middle there, keeping it low to low, and just as you thought, the smoke hasn't even cleared from the fireworks of Messenger's goal, and Hazen says, I will take this right back, taking the lead back for the visiting Knighthawks as he crosses again, cuts across the floor. So as the Rush in this second half have been cutting around the defenders, the Knighthawks finding some space in the middle of the floor. A low-to-low shot, again, low on Chiliano. I don't know if that's where the shooting guide says to go on him, but that's been the case so far in this second half. And again, Rochester beats them low, and they come out ahead. And now the Rush trying Triolo on the face-off dot as Messenger has been having a back-to-back offense off night on the dot.
Smith sets the pick for Waters. Down to Connor Fields. Fields, early look, trying to pull it short side. Boudreau knocks him to the ground. The call push on Boudreau and give Rochester a fresh 30 to work with. Lanchbury's out of the corner. Mallory got knocked down. It looks like McClellan got his stick in the way of the shot. Lanchbury got it back, room to go through the crease, and Connor McClellan's second effort got a piece of it.
Great defensive play there by McClellan, just knocking it out in the last minute. He knew that Lanchbury wanted to go airborne, saw it coming, targets ball instead of man, and breaks up the play.
Ryan Keenan, quiet offensive night for the captain. Dumps it over to Patrick Dodds. Dodds now 5-hole scores. The goals continue in corner number 4.
Backy fourthy for the Saskatchewan Rush and Rochester Knighthawks here. You mentioned Keenan, not doing much on the score sheet, but that goal there, if you watch, was caused by Ryan Keenan. He cuts towards the middle there. He makes the first pass. Keenan comes up towards the middle. You watch all of Rochester's defenders react, and Dodds goes, all right, I'll take the shot then, as everybody over-adjusts to Ryan Keenan cutting into the middle. Dodds with a quick head fake like he was going to pass there. Instead, picks his spot and ties this one back up with 12 minutes left, Cody.
Well, you said something in the pregame show about getting it done by committee and needing for the offense to look a little different. Well, they have 7 players with 3 or more points in this game. The Rush do. Tied at 12 with 12 to play. Isaac Enju for Mans, throws those heads. He's the man of the hour. His back-to-back hat tricks in green.
Great start to his green career for Zach Mans. Opened up the scoring tonight, had a hat trick in Halifax last week. He's got a hat trick here in Saskatchewan. I said it early, we're going to see more number 2 jerseys as the scoring flurry continues. Enju off the face-off, picks it up, gets it to Zach Mans. Enju's parents in the stands tonight, they came by to see us pregame. They said he'd have 3 goals. An assist here, though, comes pretty big at this time for Isaac Enju.
Zach Mans, goal number 6 on the season. Point number 5 in the game. First player not named Connor Fields to have a hat trick in this game. Fields had one basically before we could blink. Ryan Smith now out top. 2-man game, punches it out for Fields. Defended by Messenger. Connor Fields spins back inside. Got around, trying to go 5-hole, and Chiliano says no.
Another 5-hole shot and another great job by Mike Messenger. The Rush got the matchup they wanted as Fields and Messenger. Messenger's been the only member of the Rush defense to consistently slow Fields down Because again, you're never going to stop him. You can only hope to contain him.
Coates up the floor. Hazen was running towards the back door, and they'll slow it down here and let the offense roll through. McConvey, pair for him in the game. Room to shoot. There you go. Tied at 13. McConvey finds the back of the net.
So many dangerous offensive weapons, and what a scoring flurry we've had here. If you're just joining us for the fourth quarter, this has been the quarter to join us for. Teams have just been running it, going back and forth, goal for goal, as we're back to even. McConvey takes it down again, tries to fake like he's going into the middle, and McConvey, he's got his hat trick as well. So as the Rush respond with their own hat trick, Fields has a hat trick. That's why nobody's got a hat left here in Saskatchewan. I guess that's why you stick to the sock tricks, but I've been in my socks all day. Nobody wants that, so nobody gets 6 tonight, all right?
It's not just the wind on the prairies. Goals are flying around. Gilray off the drop. Down for Smith. Level ground here. Quarter number 4. Fans in SaskTel Center are getting a real treat as Bobby Kidd III got taken out by Waters behind the play. And I believe that's going to be a call on Rochester.
They are going to call him for the hold. They're calling Bobby Kidd III for the hold here.
Curveball.
Mixing it up a little bit on us. That's right. I thought the same thing as I saw the forensic evidence there of the other stick being down. That's what Bobby Kidd III's trying to argue right now. He's saying, listen, his stick was wrapped around me. It came out with him as I went down. He's making the argument. Keenan wants an explanation.
Right.
Coming.
He's saying it's for holding the stick, which is why the stick came out. So we get a live look at it here on the far side. Little difficult to see. Watch up there as he goes down. He's saying he chicken winged the stick. So under the arm as Bobby Kidd III is knocked over, falls on down.
Rush are going to be short-handed here. Time number 5 in the game. Rochester's power play 3 for 4 so far. Lanchbury up top. Dish to Fields. Lanchbury. Smith now trying to go up high on Chiliano. Ball goes over the net. Lanchbury now on goal. Rebound grabbed by Garland.
Holden Garland coming into his own a little bit this one. Looking for the airmail pass.
Walter gets buried in the numbers, and it'll be Rush possession. Behind the play, Holden Garland is down. He got hit after he made that pass. And I believe the trainer is going to go out there as T has a word with Holden Garland behind the play. It's a long stretch pass, but I believe he got a healthy cross check in.
Yeah, it sure looked like it, Cody. He was he was holding in there to try to make the hit on the play.
Now here we get a look at the replay as Garland. You can see the pass and Walter gets dumped down. Holden Garland is up and he's walking off on his own power. So it'll be Rush possession here. They got a fresh 30 clock to work with. Down a man though. Remember, they got 5 shorties this season. 1 in the game already. Ryan Keenan on the restraining line with a 2-man game with Clark Walter. Robert Church trying to get up top. Robert Church will. Down to Ryan Keenan. Does it on the shot clock. Got it off early, but he misses far side.
Rush looking so dangerous there on the penalty kill as they continue to press it whenever they get the chance.
McConvey. Back to Fields. Power play is 50 seconds to work with. Flipped up top. Won't be over and back. McConvey gets there in time. Fields. Little step down. Shot got deflected by Messenger and ends up out of play with 9:19 left to go in quarter number Rochester dominating the shots category, goals deadlocked at 13 apiece. 41 seconds left on the Rochester power play when we come back on TSN Plus. The National Lacrosse League presented by NLLstore.ca, a Fanatics experience, officially licensed everything. Tied at 13 apiece here in quarter number 4. It's Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Sabine Ahmad with you this evening from Saskatchewan Center. 9:19 left to go. There's 41 seconds left on the Bobby Kidd III holding the stick call. And so for Rochester, the power play, it's why they're tied so far. Now they got a chance to take advantage of it. A fresh shot clock and an opportunity to drop play. Ryan Smith, the ball handler. Down for Fields, backdoor to Lanchbury, and I don't know if Garland or Chiliano got in the way, but it doesn't go in.
I think Chiliano might have got a stick there, and he was assisted by Garland, who had a great job of just getting on his man just enough to throw his timing off a little bit before he could get off the quick stick.
Zach Mantz out of the corner. Happy to run down the next 10 seconds until they're back to even strength. Patrick Dotz trying to go 5-hole, penalty upcoming against Rochester, and now the Rush are getting their opportunity on the man advantage.
The Rush 1 for 2 on the power play so far. See if they have a great opportunity here, as it seems like, yes, the Bobby Kidd III penalty had just expired as we are getting a call here in the stands. 2 minutes for holding, and now Ethan O'Connor's going to the bin of sin, as that brings the crowd here at Saskatchewan Center back to life as they cheer him on back towards the box. So now the Rush, who have as many shorthanded goals as they do power play markers, have a chance to get their power play to work here with a fresh 30.
Ryan Keenan up top of the man advantage. Rusher 1 for 2 on the evening. Robert Church in the shooter spot. Keenan backpedal, Church top of the slot. Save made by Hutchcraft. Dodds wins the race for the rebound. Church. Keenan now trying to go low. Church on the rebound. Doesn't drop either. Keenan battling for a loose ball in the corner. Defender on him, boxes him out.
Just a great job defensively there. I thought Keenan was going to get another reset there for the Saskatchewan Rush, but instead, I believe that was Brad Gillies, the Oakville product, blocking him out from getting that loose ball.
Dan Coates now is rocked by Mike Messenger. Jake Boudreau goes for a run. It's a 3-on-1 if they want here. Walter off the bench, save made by Hutchcraft.
Tough save to make if you're Hutchcraft there, as the defender was basically in your back pocket as well. 3 Rush players, but he gets down to his knees and makes the big save there to keep this one a tie game.
Don't mind that idea. You got a 3-on-1. I know it's a power play, but how often do you get those looks? Rush unable to capitalize. Rochester hunting for a shorty. Lanchbury, 5 on the shot clock. Grips it down. He found Evans. Little fadeaway, ends up in the corner. 29 seconds left to go on the Saskatchewan Rush power play. Knotted at 13 on the new co-op field in Saskatchewan. How you liking it, lacrosse fans? It's bright and it's loud in Saskatchewan Center this evening. Zach Mantz to the middle. Over to Robert Church, won't shoot. Mans will, it's behind Hutchcraft, but it won't roll over the goal line.
Hutchcraft having to make the last second reaction as that one looked like Mans had powered it through. Hutchcraft able to get his glove on it before it crossed the goal line. Big save there to keep this one knotted up.
Rochester, second penalty kill of the game. Back to 5-on-5 on the floor. Connor Fields. Messenger took a hard pick and got knocked down.
Yeah, you know that call was coming, as Mike Messenger is not an easy man to knock down, nor is he a man that goes down easily for the fun of it. That's almost an automatic if you see Messenger hit the turf like that.
Jared Smith scored in the season opener down in Halifax. Lets the offense run free. Keenan finds Church. Back for Walter. Spin move, short side. Hutchcraft moving the wrong way. Got it with the left arm.
The old Dwight Schrute spin move almost works for Clark Walter. One of his favorite moves going towards the goal.
5:53 to go. Quarter 4. Bobby Kidd III causes the turnover. He'll run with Garland. BK 3 now. Thought about a step down. He scored multiple times like that last season. Opts out. He says, we'll use it wisely. Mance. Inside to Zevnikov. Bouncer. Goes out and he can't grab the loose ball off the glass. Now, penalty upcoming. I think it'll be too many men on the floor for Rochester. It definitely looked like Hazen had a couple steps ahead of his teammates.
That is the call here, Cody. Waiting to see Joe Post head over, as he is the in-home. And yes, that is it. You called it correctly.
Rochester bench minor, legal substitution.
I guess the professional term is a legal substitution. Not too many men on the floor, so.
That's fair. You called it, though. It was Hazen that was coming on the floor a little early. I think that little bit of confusion there, whether the Rush were going to go or going to stay, kind of caused that substitution mix-up, and now the Rush back to the power play.
Knighthawks just come off of a penalty kill. Mance, Church back to Keenan, quick stick scores! Pound your chest, Saskatchewan! The captain puts the Rush in front!
For the first time with the C on his left shoulder, Ryan Keenan is able to bury in front of the hometown fans, taking advantage of the fact that Rochester was just out on the penalty kill, catches their penalty killers just a little flat-footed, some more great ball movement. Look at that pass from Church over to Keenan. Keenan with the quick stick, Mans with the fake. Just, again, great ball movement here from this young Saskatchewan Rush team, and it's the veteran Keenan burying. Can't keep him off the score sheet all night, and he comes up with a huge goal here in the dying moments, Cody.
What a massive loose ball by Jake Boudreau off that face-off, too. Back the other way, Keenan trying to double it up.
Well, especially with how Saskatchewan has struggled mightily again in the face-off department here tonight.
Ryan Smith, the wild whip goes wide. Enju and Barnable battle for the loose ball. Barnable ends up running into Gilring. Able to hold possession. Bobby Kidd III now hacks it out of his hand. And here goes Barnable in transition. Barnable fires. Hunchcraft stops him as he drops into a hockey-style butterfly.
Great work by Bobby Kidd III to force the turnover there. Not something we've seen a lot of out of him tonight, but he comes up with a big moment there and gives the Rush a great chance. But here comes Rochester with all their weapons back on the floor.
Smith now inside, scores! Defender all over him, and Ryan Smith ties it at 14 as we get a little rough stuff after.
I think we might see Bobby Kidd III go for a late one here. There was a holding call on the goal as Smith went airborne. He still managed to put it in, and that almost, I think, that hold on the stick almost seemed to cause what happened with the goal, as it was Bobby Kidd III. Yeah, so there's no extra on that, but I can tell you it looked like a little bit, as you saw right there on your screens, wherever you're watching from, Bobby Kidd III, Connor Field said something to him and he didn't like it, gives him a
2 minutes dead ball foul.
They are going to give it to him. They slow played it on me here, Cody.
90-second wait and fake.
As yes, Bobby Kidd III, as I thought he may, after the goal was scored, gives Fields a mitt full. Now we're going to take a second look here at the goal. It's Ryan Smith. As you can see, Bobby Kidd, as he goes airborne, grabs him, and it kind of almost makes that goal a change-up. Now, if you follow along, as Bobby Kidd gets up, Fields says something to him, and he ear holes him, and you can tell that one, again, cut and dry. You're going to get called for that every single time. So the Rush back to the penalty kill. They do have a shorthanded goal tonight, but have not been great on the PK. Rochester coming into this one 3 for 5, Cody.
We'll see what the Knighthawks have drawn up. Tied at 14, less than 4 to go here. Quarter number 4. Waters for Smith. Smith now, short side. Ends up on the back of the net. Adam J with it. Acquired via Toronto this offseason in the Mark Matthews deal. Mike Triolo, the big man. 4-point game for him, a goal and 3 assists. Crucial penalty kill for Saskatchewan. 10 on the shot clock. Triolo, fake split, cuts underneath to the net, and his shot wouldn't make it.
Love that by Triolo. Holds on to the ball the whole time under constant harassment by the double team. Still able to make a move and get a scoring chance.
Whitty trying to rip it back for Waters. Grab the paddle out. Evans now takes a tumble. Messenger for Mans. Mans off the bench and it's off the post.
Great chance in transition there for Mans. Thought maybe we were going to see something called there as the feet got tangled up between Garland and his man right in front of the Rochester bench. They weren't big fans of that, but they still are big fans of having another 30 seconds of power play time here, Cody.
Ryan Smith in the righty shooter spot. Connor Fields is up top. Down for Evans, inside Smith. Ball goes through, right to Waters. Waters fires, scores! Waters puts it far side on the power play. And Rochester has the lead.
Waters beats Chiliano, and Chiliano not happy at all. Instant reaction to giving up that one. Waters on his 7th shot of the night. He tried 6 other times unsuccessfully. This time finds the far side on Frank Chiliano. Low again. Rush goaltender coach Evan Kirk and Frank Chiliano gonna have a little bit of tape after this one to watch there, as it seems as though Rochester's got it figured out.
First point of the game for Kyle Waters in this contest as well. Boy, he does the little things right though. That's a player, if you're a coach, you just love watching him go to work. He sets the picks, moves his feet, and uses the big frame. Now he's rewarded with the 15th goal of the game for Rochester. Connor Fields to the net, and he'll say he stepped in the crease as this one ends up behind Frank Chiliano. 2:09 left to go. Quarter number 4. Rochester back in front. The power play marker by Kyle Waters has them in the lead. Down the stretch we go in Saskatoon.
In the final moments here in Saskatoon, Rochester leading the Rush 15-14, but the Rush with the ball and a chance to tie it up in what has been a backy-forthy kind of battle tonight, Cody. Entertaining for the Rush home opener. We'll see now in the final 2 minutes and 9 seconds if they're going home happy or if Rochester gets to take the long journey home with smiles on their faces.
Triolo with the ball. Rush down by 1. Walter, Triolo, Hines, Robert Church. Does it on the ticker. On the roll, this one's gonna go high and wide. Church comes down to the wrong side of the road. Save made by Hutchcraft. Rebound grabbed by Matz. Fresh 30 clock. Still 5-on-5. Frank Chiliano's in the Rush crease. Keenan scans the floor. Finds Triolo. He'll cut to the net. It's off the post. Mike Triolo inches away from tying the game. Now the Rush have to get back in defense. Walter stuck back. Coates is stopped by Chiliano.
Walter was willing to wear one there on that shot, had all the limbs up. He was doing everything he could to take that shot and block it.
Great play by Holden Garland, forces the turnover. Jake Boudreau with the loose ball. Chiliano's going to the bench.
Garland's slow to get off too there, Cody.
65 seconds left to go here. Quarter 4, countdown zone. Ryan Keenan up top with Robert Church. Inside Mans, quick stick doesn't connect. Keenan for Church. Over the top, shot got deflected as the shot clock's gonna expire. Rush trying to get Chiliano back in time, and they won't. Into the empty net. Rochester has 16 in the game.
Mitch Ogilvie, the Peterborough product, might have just sealed it here for the Rochester Knighthawks on their 16th goal and their 56th shot of the game. Chiliano couldn't get back. That's always a hard run, especially in the goalie gear. Messenger couldn't quite get there, and it is the Peterborough product. Ogilvie, his second of the young season here, but just a great chance there as the Rush went 6-on-5. It was Triolo that came within millimeters or inches for the American viewers of tying this one up, and it looks like this could be it for the Saskatchewan Rush.
All smiles on the Knighthawks bench. Rush win the face-off, and Connor McClellan gets a timeout in as well. They wonder if they go to the clock and look maybe to add a couple of seconds. Not done yet. 2 goals in 28 seconds. Not impossible.
Oh, certainly not, Cody. I mean, you gotta win the next draw, and that has been a bit of a problem for the Saskatchewan Rush tonight. Even if you're able to get the goal and get it quickly here, the Rochester Knighthawks have absolutely dominated. Joe Post has had himself a game. He's gone 26 of 33 at the dot. The Rush have tried Triolo, they've tried Messenger, and it just hasn't been working so far. But the Rush with the ball now.
Messenger, 3 for 16 on the draw. Bobby Kidd III, 3-14.
And we got a Fanatics turning point as well here too. Came late in the game. It's the Waters power play goal to put Rochester up by 1. Followed it up with the empty netter. Waters, we've been saying his name a bunch, had some great chances, but your Fanatics turning point, the Kyle Waters power play goal to put his team up late in this one.
So it'll be 6-on-5. Zach Mans, Ryan Keaton, Clark Walter, the lefties, Mike Triolo, Patrick Dodds, Robert Church are the righties. Have to run quick. Dodds, Keenan, back for Church. Trying to sauce one across and got knocked down by Ogilvie. Dumps it in the corner. They'll set up victory formation with 10 seconds left to go.
Thought maybe one pass too many there. I thought Church had an open lane to take a shot there rather than trying to pass it.
Triolo rips it across, knocked down by Ogilvie, and Rochester rolls into Saskatchewan to pick up their second win of the season. A high-scoring affair. 30 goals in the contest, and they top the Saskatchewan Rush 16-14.
Entertaining game for both sides. Fans got what they wanted, 30 goals, but again, when Rochester made that trade earlier this week, they were saying, we're going to be a contender. They definitely look like one here. Coming up with a big win in one of the toughest environments to win in and beating Calgary last night. This Rochester team, impressing me. They're a force to be reckoned with right now, Cody.
Connor Fields, I know we talked about him a ton. He puts up the points. But to come into hostile territory and throw up 4 goals and 7 assists, like when we're talking about cream of the crop of left-handed forwards in the NLL, it gets tough to think about lefties you would rather have than Connor Fields right now.
Almost impossible. Every time he was away from Messenger, he was scoring goals on that one. Great game, Connor Fields.
I think, am I crazy to put him in Jeff Teat category?
No, I don't think so at all. I think it's him and Teat. Definitely, if we're, I guess, the old East Division, definitely him and Teat. 1A, 1B there.
Well, there you get the rollout. Is Connor Fields, the handshakes. Rochester 2-0. The Rush are 0-2. Big performances on all sides. Ryan Smith, 3 goals, 3 assists in the Rush's home opener. Saskatchewan, well, they got a battle back. Zach Mans, another 3-3 night for him. Robert Church had 5 points. Mike Triolo with 4. But it wasn't enough for myself, Cody Jans, and John Fraser, Speed 'em on, the entire production crew. So long from Saskatchewan.